So today we're going to be going through Emily's foil items. There's a lot. This is just my foil, and then she has another smaller pile of foil from other shops. I'm going to go through my shop foil first, just because I feel like I'll be able to be a little bit speedier, and then I can just put the other ones on top. So I'm probably going to be splitting this up into categories. I feel like that's the best way to organize foil. I know some people, like Emily, had it set up. This is hollow. You'll put that by itself. I know Emily had it set up that she was splitting it up by foil type, which totally works, but I feel like split it, like if you have a lot of items, which she does, it gets to be a little bit overwhelming whenever you are looking at, you know, three different foils with three different foils with like a bunch of different sheets. So then your organization system gets a little bit big. I feel like it's much easier to have all of the foils together. Like, let me show you mine. So for example, I have all of my icons together, all of my smaller icons together, and then I'm looking for the item, and then it's a lot easier to go, okay, I'm looking for, what else is in here? I'm looking for check marks. So I go to the check marks and then I just pull out the foil color. And then for like specialty foils, I do separate those by themselves, because I don't have like every single bits and bobs. Emily, you brought home a lot of these, girl. How many did you need? So I'm going to do that. So she has like a little organizer with some of her smaller scripts. So I'm going to do like a different scripts pile. She's going to have a header overlays, a deco area. This is just like regular header overlays. And then from here, I can kind of see like what she has going on the most. And then I can break it up into further categories. But I do think keeping the wiggles separate does make the most sense, just because then you can, when you're looking for that foil in particular, you can just go right to that. I feel like food could probably go in its own little scripts. Actually, I think she might have her scripts together. More hollow, some corners. These haven't been released yet, but I put them near the icons. So same thing with like the character stickers. I like to separate things into like bigger categories and then like look at the piles, see what's up, and then kind of separate them into smaller categories based on which piles are the biggest, you know. Some things don't need to be separated into smaller piles, but some things you look at them and you're like, dang, we need to focus a little bit more into making those into smaller piles. So I'm going to go ahead and sort through these. Okay, I think my camera cut me off, but I'm gonna try and organize her foil into these 3 albums. It might seem a little ambitious, but I have mine in 3 albums. Granted, they're 3 jumbo albums, but also mine aren't full, and they're like, one's even like, this one's even kind of like, normally they kind of are like more like this, like bursting. So I'm thinking I should be able to, I told her already, I'm like, I might declutter some things. Like, I don't even know like what you were thinking, Emily, on this one. Look at this. This is all like a sparkly hollow. Look at that. And there's only like 4 sheets or 5 sheets. So I might do some decluttering, but I'm thinking it should work based on what I'm seeing here. She did say that she wants to declutter like whenever, oh, I still have more. She did say that she wants to declutter whenever she gets it back. I don't know where to even put those. I have a little bit more. So I've been kind of separating these. I do have some piles that probably need to be decluttered, not decluttered, but kind of pared down a little bit more, as far as like might need to be separated into multiple sections. Like the full box, the header overlays, which is like super normal, I feel. So there's those, and then I have a sampler section over here. Some more full box overlays, more full box overlays, more full box overlays, more full box overlays, more full box overlays. A lot of these have like 1 or 2 on them, so I might nix those. I wouldn't, if this was somebody else's collection, I wouldn't nix it, but I know like a lot of them she could just bring home more of. Like there was like one of my like header sheets with like 2 headers on it, and I was like, first of all, you have 100 more in here, and second of all, you can always just go grab more at work. So I decluttered it. This is really thick paper. Sampler, headers, numbers, her checklist, icons. Shouldn't really have any date covers. I'll put that in the sampler pile. Ooh, hollow. Put that in the hollow pile. We have a bow section going. Full box, full box. I have like a holiday section. These are like bows. These are, I don't really know where to put these. I'm gonna put them in the samplers. These are like Christmassy, so we'll put them in holidays. So let's start where it's, I think, the easiest. So let's get the big album. So I want to make sure, obviously, that we can get all of the big sheets in the big album. So first thing here is a collection of half box, quarter box type things. There's not a ton of them, so I don't really feel like the need to subcategorize this down. I feel like I watch enough of Emily's Play With Me to know that she doesn't really use a ton of these, so I'm going to put them in the back. Also in the back, I'm going to do the monthlies, just because, again, that's not something that's something you pull once a month. So I'm going to try and put some things that are like less used back there. Then there's quite a bit of samplers. I'll put this one with a sparkly hollow, actually. There's quite a bit of samplers, so I think I'm going to pare it down. Let me see how I can do this. I don't really know how I can separate these because they're kind of all a little on the different side. So maybe I'll just make 2 sampler sections. Actually, she has quite a few of these sticky sloth designs. Like they have like some headers and then some full box overlays. So I could probably do, I could probably separate out those, and then that would give me a little bit more of room. I do the same thing in mine. I try to like pick things I know I use the least and put them in the back. Like I know I rarely pull from samplers. Every once in a while I try to like go back there and get some. But most of the times I don't remember. I feel like I could even put these in like the bow section. We'll just leave them in the samplers. Maybe we'll keep mine separate. Just put those here. They're big. So I'll put the like extra random samplers. Then we'll do my samplers. This is going to be a $150 freebie. We haven't brought it to the shop yet though. And then this is the sticky sloth design. She has quite a few of those. And then if she has more, she can put them in there. Then I like to like separate these. I don't know if you guys have any Happy Scrappy albums, but there's the back, there's the middle of the first section, and then there is this section here, and then there's kind of like 4 little sections, and there's like a definite middle. And I like to kind of separate my categories that way. So like I'll put like a bunch of stuff towards the back, and then I'll go to like the next little fold. Can you guys see the fold? So there's like the front, there's a fold, there's an obvious middle, and then there's a fold, and then there's the back. That's kind of like how I like to separate it out, just so that you're not, well, one, if you stuff a Happy Scrappy album to the brim, this is what she looks like. And this isn't super practical. This is my kit binder, so it doesn't have to be super practical. And that's not even like a kit in every single sleeve. So I like room to grow, but I also don't like using every single pocket just because it gets wild and crazy real fast. I think here I want to do her bottom washi overlays, because again, I feel like this is something she does use, but they are bigger sheets, so we need to make sure that there's room for them. And I think I'm going to separate them out. We have stars, we have bows. We'll do stars, bows, because it doesn't really matter how many sections I take up, because it's still going to be the same thickness if I put all of the bows together, or if I put, because I don't want to use all of the sleeves, so if I put all of the bows together or separate the bows, it's still going to be the same thickness overall. So, and you could totally, like, if this is something you can't remember with like the folds, you could totally add tabs to the side, which is something maybe Emily wants to do, is add tabs so she remembers. But it's also pretty easy whenever you don't have a ton of things in each album to know where everything is, because you could just also like kind of skim through it, and then you see your bottom washi area, and then you know, okay, that's where my bottom washi is. So then these are the thicker bottom washis. So I think all of these are from the Sticky Committee. So those are all of her tall sheets there. Then let's go to the middle fold. And I think here I'm going to put hollow maybe? No, I think I'll put hollow in the front because I feel like she uses that a lot. Let's see. This is hollow. We also need a wiggle section. I might have to switch out. I don't know if I have any more big albums. Yeah, I do. Okay. I might give her one of my big albums because I think it's easier to organize and do a big album. So I think I'm going to do, in this one, also hollow. I'm going to do hollow in the front for her. Again, I could totally separate this down a little bit. Is this all hollow? Yeah, it is. So for hollow, I am going to organize this a little bit. So she has corners, icons, samplers, headers, samplers. I don't know if you guys can see this. You can see it sort of. Icons, full box overlays, more full box overlays, header overlays, check boxes, samplers, sampler, put those on the bottom because they're big. We have icons, we have a bunch of Pokeballs, put those with the icons, sampler, and then we have some scripts, so put all the scripts together. I guess that'd be an icon, more icons. Then we have some half boxes, which I'll probably just put with the samplers because I think that she only has the one half box. And then I'll do a full bottom washi section. Headers, 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 full box overlay, full box overlay, full box overlay, headers, date numbers. Where's the icons? Icons. We'll put the bows with the icons just for this purpose. Or we could put bows in decorative. Headers, headers, sampler, sampler, decorative, sampler, bottom washi, header overlay, icons. Where'd my icons go? Up here. Sampler, decorative, icons. Okay, and then we have, she only has one. Oh, because date numbers. We'll put date numbers in with icons just because those are also in there too. Icons, and then header overlays and full service. Okay, so I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and put these in. So when you're pulling, I guess you probably would do the smallest ones first. No, let's do full boxes and header overlays, because if you're going to do a hollow spread, you're most likely going to need those. Oh, I wonder if she considers this hollow. Probably. So let's do, so she has a ton of samplers. And we have icons, header overlays, full box overlays, samplers, more icons, header overlays, samplers, icons, samplers, full box overlays. Okay, let's put those in here. I think that's all the hollow. Actually, it's not all the hollow because we have more in the unreleased section. Is this? Yeah, it's hollow. So then she knows all of her hollows there. And then we'll do icons next, I think. Icons. Doesn't need to be fancy because you're going to be pulling them in and out, you know. And we'll do decorative. And then we'll do scripts. Probably actually going to put the heart checklist with the sampler area, just because I feel like we should separate it into SPC and non-SPC, just for finding stuff purposes. Okay, so then we have SPC, or actually let's put bottom washi first. So we have the small bottom washi, big bottom washi, SPC samplers, and then the bigger samplers. So that is all the hollows. See, look, we're already getting pretty thick and I haven't even used up all of the sections yet. So I think another thing that I'm going to put in here, since I'm putting probably, I think I actually, the great thing about this is I could totally change my mind. So I'm going to be using another big, album, I'm going to just stick to this as being something that she doesn't reach for as much. I know Emily spreads, I know she doesn't use hollow a ton. So I am going to put in all of the holiday specific stuff. And when it comes to holiday specific, I do like to separate it out based on holidays. Obviously this love stuff could be used anytime, but I think generally, and I know Emily probably has more Valentine's Day stuff coming, that's where I would kind of look for it. I think that's holiday. So I'm going to separate it into Christmas/winter. Because I feel like that's all kind of, at least in Emily's spreads, kind of go together. And then I'm going to do, actually I think all of this is like winter. Thanksgiving, so it could be like fall and then more winter. Okay, so again, something that she might not grab for. Obviously Christmas, you're only going to grab for it around Christmas time. So I'm actually going to put the smaller categories here. I'm going to put the love one first because Emily loves love. So we're going to put the love one there. And then we're going to do the Thanksgiving, so only one. Actually, probably put Thanksgiving and, or no, we'll just separate it because maybe she'll get more in the future. And then we'll do the Halloween, and then we'll do the winter. I could separate this from winter and definitely Christmas. These are ornaments, so I'm going to call them Christmas, string lights, gingerbread men, more of generic winter. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Pretty Christmas-y. Okay, so we'll do Christmas and winter, so separate them a little bit. Okay, and then I think in here, so like towards the middle, I'm going to do wiggles. Because again, that's something you don't pull from as much normally. So let's do wiggles. So I feel like there's like two blue. I don't know if there's blue somewhere else, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to put the blue in here. I'm not going to put these in any specific order. I'm just going to put them in. There's matte taupe, which y'all request back all the time. Oh, wait. Here's more. Like, I know there's more in here. There's a lot more stuff. Okay, so we have hot gold. We have the red sparkle one. Ooh, there's more hollow. We'll go ahead and sort that then. more matte taupe. That's a thick stack. And then we have champagne gold that just came out. Let's put that one in here. This pink one. Look how much of this she has. Look, ready. That's a lot of pink. Pink. And then orange soda. And then we have the magenta hot pink. And then we have the blue. So you can go back to the front. I knew she had more blue somewhere. I know Emily loves blue. Blue, and then there's also this. Oh, these are all just the sampler ones. So I think I'm going to put these. I'm going to put these in the front as like a specialty foil section, because I mean we're never going to come out with just single ones again, I don't think. And then with blue to the back. And then I think these are all matte gray. Okay, I think that's all of the wiggles then. There is more hollow, so I'm just going to go separate these in. So Emily, whenever you are putting your foil back, I usually separate it out and then just go ahead and plop it back in. Where are my icons? Actually, I'm looking for the samplers. SPC samplers and icons. And she can even subcategorize these more. Like I said, this is just kind of like how I'm separating it. Like if she wanted to do circle icons versus regular icons, she could totally do that. I might even do that for her. Separate it even further. Oh, there's one more wiggle. So let's do this one here. And then I think that's all I'm going to put in there, right? Because that's all of the... Oh, I have a section here. Huh. What could I put here? Oh, wait, and then I have more snowflakes. Let's go to here. Stick those in. Okay. I think that might be all that I'm going to put in here, but we'll see what we can fit in the other ones and go from there. Okay, as far as other foil items go, I kind of just made the stacks look a little bit prettier. So I am going to be organizing these in these small Happy Scrappy albums. And I'm going to kind of do them again. I think I might do all of her full boxes and headers in one album because it's going to be thick. And then I'm going to do scripts in the big album that I bring home, bottom washi in the big album I bring home, and then icons in the big album that I bring home. So everything else is going to go in this little album here. So again, going to try and work in like a thoughtful how I would pull things myself. So I'm going to do date numbers first because you really kind of need those for most spreads, I think. Also a weekend banner. These are like kind of like, I guess weekend banners decorative, but more functional. Heart checklists. And then we'll kind of move into the middle. This one does have like equal like subsections, but this actually isn't going to be that wild of an album. So then I think I'm going to separate these a little bit again because it doesn't really matter. I'll do like this sheet because she seems to have a lot of those ones, and then I'll just put all of these ones together. So this is kind of like decorative, so there are little dots from our shop, and then I just put the rest in here since she has kind of a wide variety. So we have that one in there, and then we have flag overlays. So I might separate this again. So we have these ones here, which are not from SPC, and then I will do these flags that haven't been released yet, which are super cute. And then our chunky flag overlays. And then we'll do the borders because again, those are kind of decorative. So let's do, how can we separate these to make it not as thick? So we'll do these, which are kind of our classic ones. And then we have like these like flourishy ones. So I'll just go ahead and separate those out. It's kind of like, they're different, but not like wildly different. These are going to go, I think I decided, in the icon section. These are like all mixed up. So we'll do the 2 other ones she has up front. And then we'll use the like more, these are kind of like Art Deco-y sort of. And then these like flourishy type flowery ones. Let's put those in there. And then maybe we will do this subsection and we'll do bows in here. So let's separate it by SPC and non-SPC. It's kind of like the easiest way to separate something in half, especially for probably our collections, because SPC is free, so we have a lot of it. Okay, so let's do those first. And then we'll do these second, SPC bows. And then I think icons are going to go in our other album. So is that all I wanted to put in this album? We have lots of room to grow in here. So that's going to be that album. And then the other album is going to be the full boxes and the headers. So in the thick album, which I don't have, I actually texted Emily and was like, hey, pick out an album, because I have a couple at work I had extras of. So I'm going to go ahead and put those over here. So we're going to do, in that album, I'm going to do, since it's going to be a tall one, I thought I had one here, but I only have small ones. So I have the bottom washi and then icons. So I'm going to be putting all of these icons in here. So these are circle icons. And then I'm going to probably separate these down a little bit into probably SPC and non-SPC. I think would be an even split. Yeah. So we'll do that. Super simple on that end. And then I'm going to keep food separate because I feel like food icons are really easy to blow through. And then also in that album I am going to do scripts, which are going to be very separated as well. So I'm going to have to go through and kind of organize these into like subcategories. So like one half of the album will be scripts, and then the other half of the album will be icons and bottom washi. I might make like a label for her. I'll ask her if she wants a label first. As far as the full box overlays go, these ones could totally go in the Christmas section. TBH, where did her buy? So we're gonna go to Christmas section and put those in because they're kind of like Christmas wintry. Okay, so this is where it gets a little heavy. So I'm gonna have to go through and organize these a little bit. Okay, so for the full boxes, it's not like that wild actually. So I think I'm gonna put the like glitter header overlays. I don't know where the gold ones are. I feel like there's no gold ones, but there's gotta be gold ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those in here. So we'll do the thin ones and then the chunkier ones. And then in the kind of same aspect, I'm gonna do there are these ones, I think these are the Sticky Committee, that are kind of like more just like dotty, confetti-y looking. And then these Rose Color Days ones and these Simply Watercolor Co. They're kind of like similar. Like they have 4 different designs that are all kind of like confetti-y. And then these Rose Color Days ones, which are a little bit more on the chunky overlay-y. And then we'll move in to splatters, which I did mix the 2 different splatter versions together. And then swashes, which I feel like are kind of like in that abstract category. And then we'll do stars, which again, I feel like there should be more of these, but I don't know. So, because Emily's a very big star person, so there's stars. And then there's twinkles, which are kind of like stars, but they're more hand-drawn. And then polka dots, dotted boxes. There was some here from Rose Color Days and Sticky Sloth Designs. So I'm going to put those in so they're like dotted outline boxes. And then these are all like stroke boxes. it's kind of like various strokes or like border frame type boxes. So I'm going to put all those together. And then the kind of like party confetti-y ones. And then this is kind of like a random section. So there's some like abstract ones, some heart ones, and some ice cream ones in there. So that is the end of that section. Again, if she wants to pare them down even more, she totally can do so. It's already a little bit thick, so we do want to put all of these header overlays in here as well, which I don't think is like wild. I feel like, you know, we're going to have her down to this album, another album, and 2 small albums, and a little binder for our characters. I feel like that's like, I feel like it's pretty good. So then we have all of these header overlays, which I am going to go through and separate by style like I did before. And I will be right back. That was actually really quick. So I had a couple that I pulled out for Hollow as well as Holiday. So again, I'm going to put the thinner dots in the front, and then I'm going to do the chunky ones. I mixed a couple of different shops that were kind of chunkier. I'm also going to do Rose Colored Days because she has a bunch of these ones, and hers are very iconic. These are the chunky ones in there. Then I'm going to do... there's not even enough for a full split. There's room, put those over there. We'll do hearts because Emily loves love next. And then we'll do bows, which there's a ton of bows. This might be one we could split into an SPC and non-SPC because I feel like that would make it kind of down the middle. That's just something, like I said, you can do if you have like a lot of one shop and then like kind of like half as much of the rest of them. Or like equal amount of the rest of them to kind of easily split it. Or you kind of do styles, like you could do like a line bow and then like more like other like thicker bows. Or you could do like whatever, you could just, however you could separate them. I like to separate them, like I don't want to do just like 3 in one. I kind of want to like see how I can separate them fitty. And then we'll do stars. So there are again quite a few stars. So I might separate stars and twinkles because I feel like there's a time and place for both of those. There's a bunch of different stars in here, so I'll do the stars first. And then we'll do twinkle. And then I think I'll do sprinkles, speckle, solid. These haven't come out yet, but they're super cute. And then we'll do the woven and carbon. That's everything then for this one. Not too thick. I think it's like, it's a good look. I think that looks super cute. So I have those 2 albums, and then I have to put these away. So let me go ahead and pull this out. So I did find some Rogue hollows. So this would be kind of like, you know, whenever you're done with the plan with me, this is what I like to do. So like, let's say I had, you know, some header overlays that I need to put away. These ones I'm going to put in Holiday. And then I have a deco. So I'm going to put all of my header overlays away. Normally I don't have that many header overlays sitting out, but you know. And then I'm going to put all of my deco pieces away, so my corners. And then I'm going to go in the back here and then go to winter. So here's to my setup. Winter, where are you, winter? I put holidays in here, no? No, maybe not? Oh, no, right here. Okay. Cool. So that one is done too. Oh, very cute. Oh, I forgot we also have this one, which is like random stuff. So, let's see. I was going to put these in scripts. They're not foiled, but I guess I could put that in work. And there's TV and headers. I think I have a place for those, actually. TV. I could put those in there too. Okay, so this is, so she had all of her Clever Gal crafts in one album, which there's not a ton of sheets. I don't think they need their own album. But I'm going to find a cute way to organize these. I think they're all rose gold. Or no, is this silver? I think it's a silver. So I'm going to put all the rose gold ones together. And then all of the gold ones together. And all the silver ones together. And that's how I'll organize it. We have regular ones that aren't foiled. Some squared boxes. Gold. Some gold, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I don't have, there's laptop. YouTube ones. Okay, so this is her little functional binder, so I'm going to actually flip it to the back and put all the Clever Gal craft stuffs in the back. So I'm going to do the non-foiled items first. I'm going to do it this way though. So we're going to do non-foiled items first, and then I'm going to do, is this silver or is this rose gold or gold? I can't tell. It's rose gold. Okay, then I'm going to do silver. I'm actually going to throw these sticky committee stickers in here too, just because they're like little like confetti flags, so I feel like they kind of serve this similar purpose, so I think they will go well paired with these. So the reason why I'm separating these by foil and not by not by color and foil, or like by hearts or whatever, is because there's not a ton of like each kind. So there's only one in silver. So she's doing a spread. I mean, unless she's doing mixed metals, and she could look at both. But let's say she's doing a silver spread, she could go in here and say, okay, I need silver, this is my option. Or if she's like, okay, I need rose gold, then she could go into her rose gold section. And since there's only like, let's say 8 sheets here, then there's not as much to page through. Whereas if it was like the full box overlays and I separated those into foils, then it would get a little bit crazy, you know what I mean? So I just like, I think the main thing about anything, whether it's the foil functional character stickers, is trying to organize it in as small as categories as possible without having a million categories. So I think it's kind of like finding a happy medium there. So that is everything that I'm going to have in this binder. So it's looking like we're going to end up having in total 3 large binders, 2 small binders, and then a like character sticker binder, which I think is pretty nice actually. She has her kits and she says they're organized. I don't really believe her. I told her to send me a picture. And then I'm going to go ahead and separate our scripts so that whenever that comes, I can just go ahead and pop them in. So these are going to be like holiday, and then we have, I kind of almost want to put these in with characters, but I know that they're not going to fit. So, me time, date night. Is this kind of hollow-y? I don't know. Date night, date night, date night. Therapy, me time, edit, upload, therapy, date night. And then I'm going to put all the happy day ones, because she has a lot of happy day ones together. Just because, again, they're mostly samplers. I didn't want to put them in the sampler section just because they are mostly like some kind of script. So I feel like they look the best, or they make the most sense to kind of pair together. And we have more date night, of course. Instagram, 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 element, upload. Game day, game day, game day. Yeah, I wish these were the same size as character stickers. Just because I feel like some of them, like the game day, would be really good in the sports section. I am going to do a birthday. I could actually probably put these like holiday ones in the holiday section. I don't know why she has baby ones. Emily, Emily, Emily. So we have baby ones, and then we have more holidays. We have travel, holidays, baby ones. Christmas, happy birthday, packing, and then I'll put all the Disney ones together. Maybe I'll just do the fandom set. There's actually a lot of Disney ones. So we have Harry Potter, we'll put those over there. We have more travel ones, happy birthday, Christmas. More baby ones, holidays, Harry Potter, Christmas. Of course, you could use these anytime. And then I'm going to put all of the seasonal scripts together. Yeah, because I feel like you could, honestly, the seasonal scripts are like seasonal, but you could do a lot of those things anytime. And then I'm going to put all the number things together, so whether it's a countdown or the numbers. This is Christmas, Disney, countdown, Disney. I'm going to put these movie scripts with the Disney ones. I think that makes the most sense. Christmas, baby, Disney. This is kind of what you missed when I fast forward the rest of it. Holiday, countdown, Disney. Seasonal script, Christmas, seasonal script, Disney, Rogue Hearts, a sampler. Okay. So I could totally put a lot of these in a small album, but I think that if we're going to do a large album for some of them, because some of them are larger sheets, that putting them all in a larger album would make the most sense. I'm not putting these in any sort of order. I'm just putting them down as is. I'm going to keep those separately. They're months. And then we have all the Happy Day ones. Have all the seasonal scripts together. So these are, I guess, you could even just call these bucket lists. And then these are all scripts too. So these I'm going to keep separate. I'm going to do that way. Because they're all kind of almost square. Besides that one. Okay. Harry Potter. Countdown and numbers. And that is what's going to go in our final large album. I probably could put them in one of those albums, but I'm not going to. And then these ones here, oh, it's going to be the scripts and then also the other items I showed you, the icons and the bottom washi. And then these ones I'm going to put where they belong. So these ones go in this little bag, which is currently bursting. And then these ones are going to go in the Christmas/holiday section. Okay, so I have the final album for this foil collection of Emily's. So let me go ahead and grab out all of these stickers. We'll go ahead and label these last. So excited for this to be finally finished. I feel like when I looked at it the first time and I texted Emily and I was like, what is this? But now it is pretty much done. So this is the album that she gave me to use. I'm going to put the icons in first. So I'm probably going to do, let's see, we'll do these SPC icons in the first little section all together. And then we'll do these icons, so non-circle icons. We'll do these little love, wait, the love icons are in here. Oh, there's really, I don't know where the rest of them are. She'll find them. Love ones, food, circle icons, and then we'll flip to the next little section here, and I'm going to do bottom washi overlays. So I'm going to do all of the bigger ones first. Currently ordering Once More with Love stickers right now. Then we'll do these line bows, hearts, stars, bows, and then we'll flip to the middle, and then we'll do scripts. So I did all of the number ones first, and she could totally reorganize these. These are just kind of like a starting point. Let's see what else we have in here actually. So not vacation. Let's do Disney, no. What would be the most used? Probably some of these ones actually. So let's do date night first. There's quite a few of those. Let's do date night. Then let's do me time, anxiety attack, therapy, those together, Instagram, upload, game day, just because these are kind of like the same style. Then we'll do the Happy Day ones. Then these monthly ones. And we'll do holidays. Birthday. Seasonal. Like I said, she can totally fill these up if she wants. And then we'll do travel. Disney, Harry Potter. I feel like scripts is where it's at in Emily's collection, and then baby, because Emily doesn't need no babies right now. Okay, and then that is her final binder. So they're actually not that wild. I feel like this one's the thickest one, but they do look very nice and organized. Oh, here's the stars. Let me go ahead and put those back where they go. Stars. And then what I did was, and she said just to kind of do whatever. So I think this is kind of just going to be like a little bit of a temporary solution. Just to kind of like get used to, because she does have some of the same albums, just to kind of get used to what is where. So let me see, where is washi, icons, washi, and then scripts. So just until she gets used to what is where, I'm going to put these on the side here, just so that whenever she's looking at her binders, she knows exactly what is in each one. These are just our regular sticker paper, so she could totally just take these off with a little bit of undo. They might honestly just come right off, but if they do have like any issues, she could just take them right up with undo. But just until she learns what's in each album, just so she doesn't have to fiddle through a lot of them if she's looking for something in particular, we're just going to put those on there. So that's script, washi, and icons. Let me do this one actually first. This one is, I don't know actually, let's see. This one is full boxes and glitter headers. That one's super easy. No thinking involved there. So header overlays and full boxes. We'll kind of like center these a little bit, I guess. And I just kept them black just so they match like everything. So you have those ones there. And then this one is functional, and then Clever Gal Craft stuff is in the back. So I did Clever Gal Crafts and functional. So we'll do this one again with the two. These won't do perfect because I'm assuming she'll probably take them off eventually, unless she likes them on there. She might be easier to remember. Especially when you have so many albums. I need to kind of put something on the front of mine because even I don't remember sometimes, even though there are 3 different designs, like what's in them. And then this one, I think I'm calling it, well actually let's do this one first because I know exactly what's in this one. So we have Hollow, Wiggles, what else is in here? Hollow, Wiggles, Holiday, Hollow, Wiggles, Holiday, and then Other. Is that Other or Samplers? What did I decide by your Samplers? So So we have 4 for this one. So let me see if I can squeeze them all on here. Maybe I can kind of like overlap it a little bit. Samplers, holiday, hollow. No, that's gonna be close. Maybe I could, maybe I can actually just, oh no. I don't have the nails for this right now. Perfect. And you can actually just overlap them on top of each other. Since there's 4 on here. Here we go. That works for a temporary little solution there. Can always remake these for her if she wants. And then this one's deco, functional, and other. I think other was in this one, right? Deco, functional, and other. Yeah, because there's like weekend banners and stuff in here. So, because that's like functional sort of. So other, deco, functional. Sorry if you hear Ben in the background, he's playing. Okay, so that's everything, and those are just to take back to work. So this is her foil collection. Now I can actually just, they all stand up. So this is Emily's foil collection, all organized. I'm going to go ahead and flip through each binder really quick. So let's start with the one with the most categories in, which is Sampler, Holidays, Hollow, and Wiggles. So Hollow is in the front here. So she has her full box overlays, header overlays, icons, deco, scripts, small washi, large washi, samplers, and other. Well, SPC samplers and other samplers. Then in our next little section, like I said, I try and do sections based on these like seams, I guess. So this is her Wiggles section. So she has like the pink, the shooting stars, matte taupe, hot gold, ruby slippers, matte champagne gold. I remember what we called this one. It was like pink and sparkly. Orange soda, magenta hot pink, blue raspberry. I don't know which one I took out of here. We'll just leave that blank because there's more Wiggles coming, of course. Matte silver, and then gold tinsel. And then we go to our next section. If we go here, our next section is holidays. So you have Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, and winter. Next section is samplers. So we have these Sticky Sloth Design samplers, SPC samplers, and then other samplers. Monthlies and half boxes. So that is what is in there. The next large one is functional and clever doll crafts. So there's a lot of our functional items in here. I actually didn't have to organize much of these. There was just a couple rogue sheets that I put where they belong. So I actually didn't mess with this organization or like move anything around at all here because it seemed to be pretty well organized. And then in the back, I did just put clever doll craft or comparable type things. So non-foiled, silver foil, gold foil, and rose gold foiled there. Then in this one, we have scripts, washi, and icons, which is the one we just did. So we have SPC scripts, SPC icons, non-SPC icons, which again, she could totally like, this is kind of like a basics, and then she can, you know, maybe she uses the Pokeballs a lot, so she wants a Pokeball section, but that's something I totally don't know. Then the dating, like love icons, food icons, circle icons, and then our next little section here is thick bottom washi, and then the skinny bottom washi, we have bows, hearts, stars, and more bows. We go to our next section here. We have scripts. We're the start of the scripts throughout. So you have your numbers, date night, me time, anxiety attack, therapy. Maybe she wants to kind of put these together, and then she wants to put all of her social medias together. And then there's happy day, and then there's monthly, and then you go right into the holidays, birthday, seasonal, travel, Disney, Harry Potter, and then the baby ones. Then she has her 2 small albums. This one's really, really simple. This is her header overlay and full box overlay. Maybe she'll remember this is like the rose gold one, her favorite foil. And this is kind of like what the go-to I feel like with spreads is, you know, your headers and your full box overlays when it comes to foil. So she has her skinny header overlays, her thicker header overlays, her rose colored days header overlays, heart header overlays, bow header overlays, bow header overlays, star header overlays, twinkle header overlays, sprinkle, speckle, solid, woven, carbon. And then if we switch to the middle, so there's like a definite middle in there. You have your full box overlays. So again, you have the skinny dots, the chunky dots, these kind of like similar kind of dots, these like more like confetti-y kind of dots, these like thicker confetti dots, splatters, swashes, stars, twinkles, polka dots, dotted borders, and then borders here, confetti, and then quote boxes there. And then last but not least, she has her other functional and deco. So this has her date numbers, her weekend banners, heart checklist, kind of like your basics of the spread. Go to the next section, we have bows. So we have these ones here, SPC bows. And then next section we have small deco. So we have these little sampler sheets from iShop. And then other small deco pieces, flag overlays, more flag overlays, corners, SPC corners, the more like Art Deco-y ones, and then these like more flourishy, leafy ones, and that's everything. So there's definitely room to grow in all of these. And I really think that her collection looks so much more organized. I know it looks like a lot, but it's definitely way more organized than the pile we started at. So I'll go ahead and insert a little clip of where we started. And then this is where we're at with these 5 binders. There are 3 large Happy Scrappy albums and then 2 smaller ones. Let me give you guys a side view. This is what it looks like. But I think it looks pretty nice. It's just this and then her little character binder, and that's everything. So I hope you guys liked this video. I'm not sure if this video is going to go up first or the character sticker one, but if the character sticker one is not up yet, you guys have that to look forward to. And if you haven't watched, that's already up and you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out. So I'll talk to you guys in my next video.